Welcome to Adam Does Movies Live. We did it. We made it to Friday again. Hope all is well. Hope everyone's doing okay. We have a fun show tonight. Hopefully it'll be about 45 minutes to an hour. Going to be talking about some of the worst movie endings in existence of all time. Movies that were having a perfect game until the final inning. That's not true. Some of the movies on here I still actually like quite a bit, even if the movie was disappointing at the end. Other ones, it really did just kind of screw the pooch. A couple streams ago, I talked about my favorite movie endings, and we thought, why don't we do this again? And when I say we, I mean Lindsay and I. Lindsay's going to be joining me when her schedule isn't busy. Lindsay, are you available to come in?
I am.
Okay. She's down here. I set up a little apple crate for her to stand up on so you can see.
Hi.
Okay, I think you're in frame. Yeah, there we are. We're okay. She's a little bit more pleasant to be around than I am, so I guess it'd be fun to have her on. I got a Coke.
I don't drink Coke.
Okay. I was just introducing the list. Let's bring it up. Let's have some fun.
Let's do this, because I like some of these movies.
You don't even know all the movies on this list.
I don't.
Okay, first one we have today. Let me get this up. I Am Legend, 2007, Will Smith. What do you think of this movie?
I liked it. I thought it was so scary. Do you remember? I couldn't even go to bed at night. I needed a nightlight on.
Yeah. I don't know why, because the vampire creature humans, they look so fake the whole time.
Yeah. But it was scary because he was all by himself in a city. And then when he was strung up.
Yeah, but it's Will Smith. I mean,
I know. But
he's not that.
And the dog?
The dog was sad.
The dog brought a lot of emotion.
Yeah, I remember Olivia saw that movie and she's seen it in some of the scariest movies, of the new generation. And when we got to the dog scene in I Am Legend, she was out. She's like, I'm done.
She had to stop it. We had to stop. It was over. And then we tried it like a year later, and she would watch it.
Then she watched it. Yeah, she got past like the tough part.
Yeah.
I should point out that some of the movies on this list, even though they're older, there will be spoilers because of the ending. So the nice thing about this list on Letterboxd is I'm going to click on the video, then talk about the ending. So if you haven't seen it, just mute it until I get done with that, or come back in a couple minutes. So I Am Legend. Okay, let's do the plot synopsis quick. Robert Neville is a scientist who is unable to stop the spread of the terrible virus that was incurable and man-made. Are you amazed that I can read this font right now?
I actually am. Yeah. But they said you have 20/20 vision. Remember?
I do have 20/20. Yes,
which is
I have
bullshit.
Perfect vision still.
No,
Immune, Neville is now the last human survivor in what is left of New York City and perhaps the world. We established at the end of this movie he's not the only survivor, if you remember.
That's right. Yeah.
There was
Aren't there two endings to this too?
There are two endings, and that's why this is on the list. So the theatrical ending is awful. There are two endings to this movie. In both of them, he meets the woman and the son. I think it's her son, right? Yeah, I think so. She's always a sad sack in every movie she's in, and it always takes down the film when she shows up, this actress. But they get into the house, and the zombie creatures come into the basement. Will Smith's locked in the back room, or whatever his name is, Robert Neville, with the woman and the son. There's no escape. The only option he has is to use a conveniently placed grenade that was in the drawer and just kamikaze into the herd of zombies, killing himself and blowing them up, letting the woman and the son escape through, I guess, the chimney or something. I don't know.
It makes total sense.
It's so stupid. And it really ruined the ending of that film. Now, the actual ending that the director wanted, it's teased earlier on that these creatures are still humans somewhere deep down. Yeah. They have emotions. Yes. And this leader was actually just going to get his wife back. Yeah. And Will Smith puts this together, Neville puts this together, and he actually slowly wheels her out in front of this herd. They're breathing on him. It's really intense. But at the end of the day, they walk away with the woman. They don't kill him.
Wait, no, I thought he doesn't go with. I thought only the woman and child go with.
No, Neville walks the wife out. I know, but
I thought only the woman and kid get out, and Neville stays there. And then
nope, they all leave. They all leave and go for sanctuary in a different part of New York or wherever they're at. It's actually a great ending, and this ending sucks. And I bought
I liked it.
No, the theatrical ending sucks. The good version is the one I just explained.
Oh.
But I bought the good version on Amazon Prime, and it was like $4 more. They charged you for the better ending.
That's right. I remember we talked about that.
So
that was really dumb.
Stupid.
Yeah.
How
did it end in the theaters then?
I told you, he blows himself up with a grenade.
Oh.
Yeah, he dies.
You lost me. Okay, that's right.
Well, we're one movie in, and she's already tuned me out. It's amazing. Yeah. We have 19 movies to go. Okay. How are you going to do?
I'll do my best.
Okay. Jurassic World Fallen Franchise, the next one on this list. I gave this movie 1.5 stars. That was maybe being a bit aggressive. But this is kind of like Last Jedi for me, where the first movie in the new franchise, the new saga, whatever they're calling it, trilogy, I thought it started things out well. Jurassic World, sure, it was kind of a soft reboot, new park, new attitude, but same feel kind of. This movie just tanked every good thing they had going for it. So we have, Chris Pratt, Owen, is that his name? Yes. Owen and Bryce Dallas Howard. Kate, I think. Nobody knows her name. She's in it. She's a totally different person than she was in the first movie. They go to the island to save the dinosaurs, just like they do in Lost World. Get them out of there before the volcano erupts. We go through this whole bullshit at the mansion where they're selling dinosaurs off at the end.
Yeah, that was sad.
Sad?
What? Weren't they like doing experiments on them and stuff?
No, they were just selling them. Like rich people, billionaires were selling the dinosaurs like an auction.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's still sad.
Oh, yeah, I guess. I mean, it's whatever. But I was more impressed that they could house a T-Rex and all these other creatures inside of this place. It's very impressive. It is impressive. So Owen and Bryce Dallas Howard and this girl are locked in a different facility. They get out, and in the final moments of the film, they decide to let all the dinosaurs free just to roam the earth. And it wouldn't be so bad. That's right. It wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't solely because the girl that they're with is a clone. And so she sympathizes with the dinosaurs because she's like, I'm kind of like them. I'm not a real girl. And so she pushes the button and Owen's like, yeah, I get it.
Didn't they let her go free too, or did they take her in?
They took her in.
Oh, okay.
They let her go.
I can't remember.
Be gone. You're free, girl. You're free, child. She rides a dinosaur to freedom.
Why not?
Yeah, that's Fallen Kingdom. That movie sucked. Okay, this one's controversial. I'm sure people are already fuming because it's on here. Prisoners. When Keller Dover's daughter and her friend go missing, he takes matters into his own hands as the police pursue multiple leads and the pressure mounts. But just how far will the desperate father go to protect his family? Do you remember this movie?
Not at all.
We saw it in theaters.
No, we didn't.
In Minnesota.
No, we didn't.
In 2013.
I would not have gone. It was only a year after Connor was born. I didn't go with you.
You went to... Then
I
have another woman on the side, I guess.
I want to know about that now.
We saw this movie. It was one of the few times we had free. Our parents were watching the kids.
Have left
Yes.
my 1-year-old.
Our parents were watching the kid. We went to this movie and we both left pissed.
Well, I'm sure I did. You made me leave my kids and my baby, and I don't even remember.
Matt's asking if you've seen any of these movies on this list because you're having a hard time. You see how hard this actually is now. It's not that easy to remember all this crap. Okay, let me break it down because you might remember. So, Hugh Jackman,
Okay.
his character's son goes missing.
How old is he?
I don't know, like 6, 7?
Okay.
I don't know. Jake Gyllenhaal is the cop on the case, the detective. He's going to try to find him. He's not going fast enough. Hugh Jackman knows every second that goes by, his kid's closer to death.
Like Taken.
It's not at all like Taken, but yes, Liam Neeson understood this, how this works. So Hugh Jackman takes matters into his own hands. He kidnaps the boy that they kind of think might have done it. It's like this young teenager. He's kind of weird. He's got some...
We should watch this again.
I don't want to watch it because the ending sucks.
It sounds good.
We're going to get to it. He locks this kid in a room in a condemned building, and he's torturing him. He's like beating the shit out of this kid for information because he's like so absolutely sure this kid knows something. So he's kind of turning into the villain himself, but he's doing everything to get his son back.
Who's turning into the villain?
Hugh Jackman.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, the movie ends because he actually does get the information out of him, goes to the place that he's confident has his son, and when he gets through the door into the kitchen, the woman there has her back to him, and for some reason he like doesn't have his weapon ready, and so she gets the jump on him. He saves his son.
A woman jumped on him?
Well, like turns around, has a gun. She doesn't literally jump on him.
Okay.
She gets the jump on him. It's a figure of speech, and then she puts him in a hole in the backyard where his kid was at.
Oh.
The kid gets out. But he's stuck there forever, and they like cover him up. And so the detective, who's a little later on the scene, Jake Gyllenhaal, he's looking around, snooping. They got the kid, but the dad is missing. And as he turns to leave, he can kind of hear the screaming of Hugh Jackman in the hole below, but they leave it vague.
Ooh.
Does he actually free him?
That sounds good.
It
What's
would
wrong
be
with this?
because there's no closure. The whole movie, you want Hugh Jackman to reunite with his son.
But that's what Goosebumps is like. You love the Goosebumps series.
What? Goosebumps?
The book series. This it doesn't end. It's creepy.
No, wait, Goosebumps end? They have like scary twists.
No,
This isn't a horror movie. No, this is like a thriller. It needed to have a good close, but instead it has this artsy bullshit, like open-ended.
Well, now I want to see it.
You have seen it. We saw it in theaters. You are never coming on this show again. This is a one and done. We thought this would be fun. Oh, we got a $4.99 super chat from Kevin Garland. I recommended the topic on the last podcast. Very happy to see it. Thank you, Kevin. You are a gentleman
They don't
and a
like
scholar.
Spoilers.
Well, Shadowhunter. People, I already said this. The ending's not the whole movie. I know that, oh my God, the whole topic of this is that the movies might be great, but the ending kind of ruins it or takes it down a peg.
And you're explaining to me now.
I'm explaining it to you, yeah. But also, if you haven't seen the movie, let me reiterate, mute it. Because this whole stream is about spoiling the endings.
Oh.
I mean, otherwise, what are we doing here? We're just saying, like, I don't like the ending. Let's move on to the next one.
That's true. We are having a discussion because we actually have different opinions on these. And we're not mean to each other.
Do we? I don't think you've seen any of these.
Well, I don't think I've seen... I saw I Am Legend. I know that.
We have different opinions. I haven't seen the movie, and you have.
Prisoners sounds good. I'm going to try to watch that now.
You have seen this film,
I
but
don't
whatever.
remember it. Okay, whatever.
I saw Matt was in the chat earlier. Matt's like me. We have very solid memories about where we were when we saw a movie, who we were with when we saw a movie.
Do you remember where you were when we got married?
No.
Right.
I can't remember the date, our anniversary.
No.
But when it comes up, I'll show up.
But to the
I'll
movie.
be there.
But for a movie.
But the movie that came out in 2013, I can tell you where we were.
Well, that's the
we were
difference.
at Maple Grove.
Oh my gosh.
It was like a 2 o'clock.
I drove that far.
It was like well, you didn't drive anywhere. You were in the car with me.
Right.
We lived in, where did we live in 2013?
In our house in Big Lake.
See, you know that. Mm-hmm. I don't know that. Okay.
All right.
Hancock. This movie sucks at the halfway mark.
I didn't see this movie.
Do you remember this movie?
Nope, didn't see it.
It's interesting.
That would have been
2008.
It was before Olivia was born. So
was it?
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Hancock is a down-and-out superhero who's forced to employ a PR expert to help repair his image when the public grows weary of all the damage he's inflicted during his life-saving heroics. Okay. This had a good, solid premise. Will Smith again, another Will Smith movie on this list. He's Superman basically, but he sucks.
I remember that.
Yeah, he's an alcoholic. He doesn't give a crap about anybody.
Hey, Deadpool kind of copied that.
No, this is out. Deadpool came out way before. Like Deadpool, the comic book, was out way before Hancock, I think. And Deadpool, man, we don't have to get into all that nerdy crap. But it started out fun. It was good for about an hour, and then Charlize Theron shows up, and it turns out that she and him are intertwined somehow in a god and goddess relationship, and then he kind of turns into a real superhero, and it becomes a real generic crappy schlock for the last half hour. It's really bad.
All right.
I don't remember it after that because I only saw it once and I hated it.
Yeah.
Charlize Theron is very hit and miss in movies. Yeah, you can keep an eye on this, and while I'm rambling, Lindsay can keep an eye on the chat while I explain the movie to her and you.
I'm bored already.
Yeah, she's out. Okay, War of the Worlds, you remember that? We've seen it like 4 times.
War of the Worlds.
Okay, we got one.
I like this.
We got her.
I like it.
Okay, War of the Worlds 2005, directed by Steven Spielberg. How do you say that name?
Ray Ferrero.
That's not... Ray Flavin?
Ray Ferrero.
Ray Ferrier? I didn't know he had a last name. Ray, yeah. Tom Cruise is a divorced dock worker. Did you buy that, by the way, that he's like a dock worker? Tom Cruise?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, I'm working here.
I suppose it is.
He's got like white, nice
York,
teeth.
Right?
I don't know where it's at. It doesn't matter. I think so.
Well, if you're a dock worker, it would matter.
I've seen this movie 4 times. We don't remember where it takes place or the name of the character.
Or the ocean.
Okay, I'm going to say this. This ending doesn't honestly bother me that much, but I know it really bothers people. What bothers me about this movie, it's an alien invasion movie. If you haven't seen it, there's been like 4 versions of War of the Worlds.
Really?
Keeps getting remade. Yeah,
cool.
I think this is still the most recent.
I like it.
Yeah, I like this movie a lot. I like that it's shot from the perspective... It's basically Cloverfield with a much bigger budget and not the found footage style. So it's shot from the perspective of the family the whole time.
Right.
Yeah, so you're not getting any crazy like Michael Bay UFO shots looking down. It's just Tom Cruise and his garbage son and his cute daughter Dakota Fanning.
Yeah.
I like when he throws a peanut butter at the wall or at the window.
That was I was thinking about that when they were making the sandwiches because I was like, are they eating? What does she have to eat?
That's her biggest. Every time we watch a movie, Lindsay's so concerned about are they eating and how are they going to the bathroom?
Absolutely.
Always, every time.
I need to know.
Like they're in the middle of a battle and you're wondering how Leonidas is eating and going to the bathroom.
It's been days and they haven't shown it. And when you have a kid in there or a dog or an animal, I mean,
they figure it out.
Yeah.
All right. So the ending of this movie. It's kind of teased at the beginning.
You talk about Tim Robbins.
I'm gonna get to it.
Oh.
I was
you got
sidetracked
with the peanut butter.
With the peanut butter sandwich. The movie's narrated oddly enough by Morgan Freeman, who I guess at that point was just kind of narrating everything. He does the beginning and the ending. He's never in the movie.
Yeah, okay.
It's kind of like a Planet Earth situation where he's like, life, what does it mean? And he does all that. Yeah, it's good. And then it ends with him, and the big reveal is... No, it was horrible, says Matt. The big reveal is the aliens cannot adapt to Earth's environment.
Right.
Because humans have, we've evolved over time with the oxygen and everything. So the aliens, they have a decent run. They kill a lot of us, but it can't last forever. The honeymoon is over pretty quickly for them, and they just start keeling over. There's no final big set piece or anything. But instead, we have like a half hour of miserable Tim Robbins crap. Yeah. Where he's like weird and kooky, and he's in the basement. He's you guys can hide in here. And Tom Cruise's son runs off with the army, and he's a garbage kid.
But that was intense the first time watching it. And Dakota Fanning was like
Dakota's
being
great.
Loud,
she sells everything.
And I wanted him, her to just be quiet. And Tim Robbins was going berserk, and Tom Cruise is like, "What do I do?"
Yeah, it's 3/4 a really awesome movie, I think. And then the final 30 minutes, 20 minutes kind of suffers and sucks. But I still watch it. I mean, we watched it a lot.
I liked it. And the first time, I enjoyed all of it until you watch it again. Tim Robbins got long. But the first time I saw it, I liked the whole movie.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's
it's
very intense.
Very intense.
Next on the list. There's another controversial pick, I think. 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Why didn't you like how it ended, War of the Worlds?
I didn't like that it was very anticlimactic. There's no big final like standoff. It's just Tim Robbins and them in the basement. And then they walk out, and all the giant robot alien things, they just die.
Start dying?
Yeah, they just die.
Oh, yeah, but they got captured. I mean, I thought it kept going.
It's just the Tim Robbins stuff sucked, and that was the last moments of, that was the last 20 minutes of the movie.
Huh.
Yeah, so it just kind of took me out. Like,
I liked it.
Again, I've seen it a bunch of times. I still like it. It's just on a list of disappointing endings. That one's on there for sure.
Not on mine.
Okay. 10 Cloverfield Lane, 2016. The sequel to Cloverfield.
Tom Hanks pees in like every movie.
Tom Hanks drinks his own urine. He's doing all sorts of stuff. Okay, 10 Cloverfield Lane. After getting in a car accident, this is the most basic synopsis I've ever seen.
It is.
That's how movies should be, though.
Yeah, I agree. Really quick.
For the most part. A woman is held in a shelter with two men who claim the outside world is affected by a widespread chemical attack. 10 Cloverfield Lane is a really solid movie. I enjoy the crap out of it. I'm pretty sure you like it a lot. You probably like it more than I do.
I like that movie.
Our kids both enjoy it.
Yes.
It didn't need to be tied to Cloverfield at all. I think it would have been really good as just a standalone thriller. There is 15 minutes that feel completely out of place in the movie, and it was clearly shot way after everything else was done, where Mary Elizabeth Winstead's character finally escapes. She goes out in the toxic environment, and then we're just straight up alien invasion. She makes a Molotov cocktail, blows up the UFO. It's this whole shenanigan fest that really feels more like an action Michael Bay movie at the end than it did the first hour and a half of the film.
So I will agree with you that the ending felt like another movie.
Yeah, it was another movie.
But I still enjoyed all of it, and the end of her like getting away and then turning around to go help, it like made me want more. The turning around to go back into the city to help out, that was good. Oh well, then the ending is good.
Final character decision.
You're getting mad at like the 20 minutes, and then when there's still a whole 20 minutes left, you're mad at like.
Because it felt completely disjointed from everything else and forced. She could have gone outside, and the big reveal could have been that John Goodman's character was telling the truth, or that he was lying, or that could have been it. We just needed a little reveal. We didn't need giant UFOs and aliens.
I mean, I liked the movie. I thought it was great. I thought the ending was super eerie, and I wanted to hear more about her story. I agree that it did feel like a different movie. I'll give you that much.
Well,
but
10 Cloverfield Lane, still a very good movie. Like I said, not all of these are bad. Some of them just get a little disappointing towards the end.
You're just a lot pickier.
Oh yeah, of course.
We'll see how you do with your own movie.
Signs, 2002, directed by M. Night Shyamalan. He's back, and he's better than ever. A family living on a farm finds mysterious crop circles, and I thought it said mysterious crap at first, finds mysterious shit in their fields, which suggests something more frightening to come.
Love this.
I love this movie too.
It's so scary. I could not look out the window at night.
It's perfect campiness.
Yes.
Full M. Night Shyamalan. Yes. The acting's weird, like it always is with these movies. Kids and adults don't talk like real people. The aliens are really schlocky. They have the old green suit, but every single person on the planet knows the scene at the birthday party where they have the shaky cam and that alien walks by. It's like, oh, what? No! It's awesome. Yeah. The thing that people get hung up on, and I can defend it and like dismiss it using my own canon inside, but the thing people get hung up on is the fact that the planet Earth is 70% water, and the aliens decide to come here, but water kills them. So they go to a planet that's essentially a death trap for their species.
They didn't know.
So that's my excuse is, okay, this maybe highly advanced race didn't have a choice. We don't know the backstory.
Maybe they were being chased.
We don't know the backstory.
Had to land here.
Their planet has nothing left. All the resources are gone. They only have enough qubits, which is what I'm calling their power in their ship, to take them as far as Earth.
I feel sorry for them now.
Maybe they had to escape their galaxy or their solar system or whatever, and this is where they had to go, Earth. We can make up crap because M. Night keeps everything incredibly vague. I'm defending this movie now, I realize, so maybe it shouldn't be on my list, but a lot of people think Signs ending sucks, so I'm putting it on here to represent them.
Why are you mad at the ending again?
I'm not mad at the ending. I put it on here to represent a lot of people that hate the ending of Signs.
Oh, okay.
I genuinely don't care because at the end of the day, this movie's not even about aliens. They are the catalyst to the real problem, which is Mel Gibson's struggle with his faith, with his family, coming to terms with the death of his wife.
There's a whole big meaning in this.
Yeah, of course. The swing away with the water, I thought it was well done. I thought it was very well done.
Matt said it sucks.
Well, Matt's just, he likes what he likes. He hates what he hates. That's between him and Mel Gibson and M. Night Shyamalan. World War Z. Lindsay loves this movie because it has Brad Pitt in it.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. Everything else is just noise. Brad Pitt's here.
I have no idea what it's about.
Okay, what do you think of the long blonde hair on Brad Pitt? You like it because of Legends of the Fall. Was that giving you kind of like flashbacks to better days?
I mean, what? I don't know. No, I don't know.
No? You didn't think of River... What is that movie called?
Legends of the Fall.
Oh, Legends of the Fall. Okay.
River Runs Through It is another one of his.
Is he in that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's in that. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Life of a former United Nations investigator. Is it Gary Lane or Jerry Lane?
Jerry.
Jerry Lane and his family seems content. Suddenly, the world is plagued by a mysterious infection turning whole human populations into rampaging, mindless zombies. This movie's entire premise is spectacle meets horror thriller. So we have The Walking Dead, we have Dawn of the Dead, we have all these zombie movies. Mm-hmm. The big hook for World War Z is the insane spectacle. You got zombies running down the streets, they're climbing each other in these giant anthill pyramids to get to people. Helicopters are blowing up, things are being destroyed everywhere. That's all fine and great, but then we get to the final 20 minutes of this one, and it's set in a boring-ass laboratory where Jerry, or Gary, whatever, has to skulk around and try to find like the right potions and elixirs, and there's some zombies in there. And again, it just feels so different from the rest of the movie. I was expecting one final big action piece, and we didn't get it.
Okay, well, I don't remember much. I just remember Brad Pitt.
Well, and so it's a perfect film.
What about this running with the zombies? Do you remember all the zombies behind him when he was running?
Yeah, that's the entire movie until the last 20 minutes. That's the whole movie. Yeah. So, if it's not broke, why risk it? Yeah. Okay.
It was still scary.
You don't know anything about this movie either. Batman v Superman.
No, but I like Henry Cavill.
I have 2 DC EU movies on here. What about Ben Affleck?
Zack Snyder. I don't like Ben Affleck.
Were you doing like a Rob Schneider thing from South Park? Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder.
He's down on his luck. He's been kicked out of the DCEU. Now he's back. Okay, sorry. Fearing the actions of a godlike superhero left unchecked, Gotham City's own formidable, forceful vigilante takes on Metropolis's most revered modern-day savior, while the world wrestles with what sort of hero it really needs. Do you understand any of that?
I wasn't listening.
Okay. This movie is a shit show all around. I know some people, for some reason, love this film. I don't know why. It's narratively all over the place. There's flashbacks, there's flash forwards, there's literal flash warning of a dystopian future. Oh. But what really seals this as a complete disaster is Superman dies at the end after Wonder Woman just comes out of nowhere. Like, we're teased.
Is this her first introduction?
This is her first introduction.
Ooh, Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot, I think is how it's pronounced.
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot. She comes out. She has her own theme music. It's really stupid. I never liked it. But Kal-El, a.k.a. Superman, sacrifices his own life by using a Krypton spear and shoving it through Doomsday. Okay. I think it's Doomsday. I think that's his name. Who was created by Lex Luthor, of course, by using his own blood in one of the ships, Kryptonian ships. It's all nonsense. It's all complete shenanigans. But Man of Steel kills himself. Everyone knows he's coming back for the next movie. It's the Justice League movie. So they put him in the ground, and Ben Affleck goes to see him. Bruce Wayne is like, goodbye, friend. Keep in mind, he's been trying to kill him the entire movie until they bonded in the last 5 minutes because their moms are both named Martha.
Oh, everybody's saying Martha in here.
Why'd you say that name? why'd you say that fucking name? Whoa. And he's like crying. He's on the verge of tears as he's about to kill Superman.
And Superman's mom is Martha?
Superman's like, Martha's my mom or something. I don't even know why, but
what was Gal Gadot doing?
I don't know. Like doing this with her hair, like smiling and fighting or something.
Okay.
I don't think she's in it yet. They're not best friends yet until after this scene.
Okay.
But what's so stupid is, okay, Batman's supposed to be the world's greatest detective. That's his whole thing.
That's right.
Yet he didn't even bother to look into Kal-El or anything about him on planet Earth. He's just straight up, this guy needs to be killed. And that's it. That's the end of the game.
And then they were friends because they both have a Martha from
they're best friends. They bond over... I mean, obviously, it's deeper than Martha. People make fun of that. But it's because he realizes that Superman isn't just this obscure, abstract alien from another planet. He really is human somewhere deep down, and he loves...
Okay.
They both. That's the connection, but it's done in such a ham-fisted way. Anyway, he's dead at the end. Everybody knows he's coming back.
Okay.
And then the final shot is like the dirt coming up from the ground.
Okay.
So Snyder couldn't even keep him dead in the end of this movie. Like, he's just straight up like he's still alive. So the sacrifice isn't really anything.
Who's dead?
Superman.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Thanks for paying attention. Okay, we have
so you don't like the ending because of that?
I don't like this movie, but the ending I thought was even more ridiculous. Okay. Sean Gregerson, is that the name? 199. Review Undead Silence. Zombie fan made indie film. Well, Sean, $1.99 is not going to get you there, champ. But I appreciate it.
What do they need to do?
For $27.99 more, your dream can be a reality, because there's a Mithril membership on Patreon at Adam Does Movies. For $30 a month, you get a movie review. You can get up to 4 movie reviews a year. Unless you do the Unobtainium, $100 a month, then you can have as many movies as you want. Not as many. You get 4 movie reviews over the course of the year, and then each month you get an additional request, so you can get up to 16 reviews.
Okay,
I know
that's a lot.
I know
to make you sit through.
It is a lot to make me sit through. I just watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles today at 2 p.m. Lindsay came down at one point. She's like, what the hell are you watching?
Yes.
And every time she sees me watching a movie, it stars Megan Fox.
Yeah, I do kind of wonder.
I don't know what's happening.
I do kind of wonder.
It's just how the chips have been falling.
Sure.
She has really fake lip fillers in that movie.
Yeah.
They kept showing her, and she's like, what's going on?
I could use some of those.
Okay, next we got one more super chat before I continue. Gary, $4.99 says, don't review Undead Silence. We have a bidding war back and forth.
Man.
That's hilarious.
No more Megan Fox.
No, Adam, no more of these. Yeah, Matt's been scolding me lately because, and I have said this, but I understand no other movie critic on the planet is dumb enough to do this sort of thing, where for $30 you can have me review something. I am asking nicely if you can at least make the request something people have heard of that came out in the last 30 years would be ideal. Some of the requests are super obscure, indie or foreign, and I understand no one's talking about them, so it's cool to have someone actually represent the movie, and I will do it, but like this is just a nice, hey, if you can, maybe, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours sort of thing.
I like it.
$5 super chat from Shadowhunter. How much to watch a season of Euphoria? God. Have you watched that?
I haven't, but I heard it's good.
Zendaya. Is it Zendaya or Zendaya?
I say Zendaya.
You don't know how to pronounce Gal Gadot, so.
Gal Gadot.
Okay.
How much for a season?
Well, a season would probably be the $100 tier. What people have done is, so I did Bob's Burgers and I did a couple other TV series in the past for $30, but I only watch a couple hours worth of the show, like a movie's amount. So like for Bob's Burgers, for instance, I think I watched 6 episodes and the person picked the episodes.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Can I send you some videos from my phone to review?
No.
Please don't. No. Oh, Jaws: The Revenge. I was wondering why you didn't put Jaws on there. The Revenge.
Jaws: Revenge has the worst ending ever. Is that the 4th one?
I think so.
Those movies are so bad after 2. Even 2's not good. Which one's The Revenge? That's got to be 4. Yeah, 4 is horrible, but the whole movie's bad, so I don't even care.
Ooh.
Zack Snyder. Nobody likes Jaws 4. Nobody likes Jaws 3. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Okay, I'm not going to read this. This movie's 4 hours long. It's, for some reason, in 4:3 aspect ratio. We all watched this movie as a family. Do you remember?
No.
Okay, we did watch it.
Did I fall asleep?
I would imagine several times. It's, again, 4 hours long.
Oh, my gosh.
This was, Zack Snyder got an additional $30 million to finish his masterpiece. Here's the thing. I don't hate this movie. It's actually okay. It's kind of cool. The visuals are sweet. I think it's so stupid that it's in 4:3. People can use whatever defense they want. It doesn't make any sense. But the last 20 minutes that he got additional funds for are so awful. It's all shot in front of green screen. It looks miserable. Jared Leto's back as the Joker, but now he's got like disheveled long hair, and he's like, "You want to reach around, Batman?" He's saying really weird things.
Yeah.
None of it worked for me. Amber Heard's there in like post-apocalyptic crustacean armor. But that's one of 3 endings. So they show that where Superman's evil at the end. He's got the red eyes and he's like, "I'm going to kill all of you."
Henry Cavill?
Henry Cavill,
Sad.
yep. And this goes nowhere, by the way. This was all just Snyder being like, this is all the stuff I would have done had they given me money. Then there's a second ending where Deathstroke, I think, shows up. That's your boy... Joe Mijuno or Mijani or something.
Joe Manganiello?
Yeah, Joe Manganiello. I don't know. He's married to
I know.
Fran Drescher lady.
Nope.
Yeah, I know, but Sophia, same thing. They're the same person.
Okay.
Sofia Vergara. Yeah, he's in there as Deathstroke for the one time he gets to play that villain, and he's talking to Lex Luthor, and they're drinking champagne on a boat. And then there's another part where Bruce Wayne wakes up and Martian Manhunter shows up in the movie, and he's like, "We have things to do." So it's just a cavalcade of dumb scenes that don't mean anything to anyone.
This is all at the end?
This is all at the end.
Ew, okay.
So the movie's actually solid. And there's this shot that they're showing in the picture right here where they have their hero pose.
Yeah.
And then it just goes, and then it just...
I do remember.
Yeah, they're like on
movie,
they're on like the
skinny flash guy.
Yeah, they're on like the Hoover Dam or something.
Ezra Miller?
Yeah, it's Ezra Miller. Yeah, yeah.
I didn't
And they're all doing this nice hero pose, and then boom, we cut to this epilogue, and it's awful.
I was
awful.
I didn't like that ending either.
At least you can just shut it off when it fades to black and pretend the final stuff's not in there. But I'm a completionist when it comes to movies, so just knowing that there's more beyond that bothers me.
Okay.
What? Yo, Adam, what did you leave MN to? Why did you leave MN? Oh, Ben, the weather in Minnesota sucks. It's -30 for several months of the year. You don't see the sun for 6 months out of the year. That is the only reason we left. All of our family and friends live there. It's a beautiful state. There's a lot to do in the summer months, and there's a lot to do in the winter indoors. You got the Mall of America, you got Duluth. The roads are always pristine. It's a clean state. It's
great education.
Progressive state. We like all that stuff. South Carolina is the complete opposite. It's definitely different down here, over here.
Down, yeah.
But it's got nice weather and the oceans. And
we like to move a lot. We like to travel, and we knew staying in Minnesota on a teacher salary, and with being a teacher, we would never get to travel.
And we were, dealing with the midlife crisis like every other 40-year-old out there. And every one of our neighbors in this new development are all from different states. It's actually really fun. $10 beautiful super chat.
That's $100.
$100 shadow humor. Lindsay is taken aback right now. She's like, people pay you for things? Euphoria? No, it's Euphoria! Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it looks like we know what we'll be doing very soon. Thank you, Shadowhunter. Let me go ahead and put it on the list.
That's awesome.
Right now. Well, remind me when this is done. I don't want to derail.
Okay.
Thank you, Shadowhunter.
We'll go back to all of this.
That's
and we'll
amazing.
Comment on these.
That's amazing.
We'll keep going.
Okay, Kill Bill Volume 2. The bride unwaveringly continues on a roaring rampage of revenge against the band of assassins who had tried to kill her and her unborn child. This is such a bummer of a movie for me to talk about because Kill Bill Volume 1 is brilliant. I love that film. It combines all of my favorite things. Katanas, martial arts, over-the-top stylistic violence. There's an anime section of the movie. There's gratuitous, violent actions throughout. It's so fun to watch. And Uma Thurman is so good in this film.
Her.
She's great in it.
Yeah.
Daryl Hannah's in this. You got Michael Madsen. Tons of great actors. And the whole premise of Kill Bill Volume 1 is to kill Bill, of course. She gets her cool yellow jumpsuit. She conditions her body for the fight. She goes and gets this amazing katana sculpted for her, specifically for this event. And then we finally get to Volume 2, and it stays amazing until the last half hour of the movie, where it's in black and white and all bullshit monologuing from whatever that what's the guy's name?
Right.
What's the guy? Who's the main
guy?
The guy that killed himself? Julia Dreyfus is in this?
Oh, I like.
What?
Oh yeah, we knew that. Not Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Oh, they're different people.
Wait.
Who's Julie Dreyfus?
Oh, that is. Oh, I don't know who Julie Dreyfus.
I don't know who that is. I was like, Julia Louis-Dreyfus is in this.
No.
Guys, what is the name of who's Bill? It's gonna bother the crap out of me that I can't remember his name. No, it's not Michael Madsen. The guy that offed himself in the bathroom. From Kung Fu.
Bishop?
No, Kung Fu: The Legend Continues.
Christopher Allen Nelson?
No, it's none of the people you're listing off.
Well, he's gonna be in here. He's like the
you would
main
think,
bad
but
guy.
he
Bo Svenson.
not a chance. Someone's gonna tell me.
Kill Bill is awesome, but it did end kind of.
Oh, it's
shitty.
David Carradine. I didn't even see it. David Carradine. Sorry, it was the second
There it
name
is,
on there.
Carradine.
Yeah, now they're coming in on the delay. Yeah, David Carradine goes on and on for what feels like an eternity about Superman, and he's making all these analogies, and it's just miserable. And then they finally sit down for a nice family dinner, the two of them, and she kills him by doing this little 5-finger death punch, this nipple twist and a kiss.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That she learned at the beginning of this movie.
Yes.
Actually, not even at the way beginning. It's like 30 minutes into it.
I don't know. I didn't think I would like these movies, and I loved these movies.
Yeah,
they're good. We should watch them again. But I do agree, Kill Bill 2, because you're so excited to see it, and we had to wait. Didn't we have to wait for it to come out, right?
Well, yeah, you had to wait, I think, 6 months or a year.
Yeah, I mean, the first one was so good.
Yeah. Well,
so
and even
good.
the second one has great stuff in it.
Yeah, it's really good.
She digs out of the... She like climbs out of the grave, and there's this cool shot. She fights Daryl Hannah in the RV. There's a lot of good moments. They do the flashback of the training montage with the sensei.
I loved it. Yeah, I loved it all. I thought it was so good.
What's bizarre is Quentin Tarantino edits these movies himself, right?
Okay.
Why didn't he put the 5-palm killing thing in the first part?
I don't know.
So that it would tie in better with the second movie. Like, he introduced this in the first part, and then, she's using it from way back in the first movie.
Okay.
Instead, he puts it halfway through the second, and you're like, okay, well, she's obviously going to use that on him.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a small gripe.
Yeah.
The big gripe is your headcanon, and this is one of the few times where, and people use this as a criticism, like the movie just didn't end how you wanted it to. Well, yeah, no shit. That's the whole point. Mm-hmm. I was expecting this epic like battle on the beach, like sunset, various silhouettes, and or anywhere. Anything with swordplay would have been great, but instead it's really just a lame, lackluster ending. And we see her on the ground in the bathroom crying because she's sad about everything. Like the weight of what she has just accomplished is falling on her, and she's got nothing left really but her kid. And I mean, who really wants kids anyways? The two of ours are just a disaster.
I highly recommend that too. I mean, yeah, but Uma Thurman, she definitely pulled.
Uma Thurman's great.
She's amazing in it. So, yeah, I guess it did get a little boring. I think as you look forward to it, you didn't expect such a long monologue.
Yeah, it's one of those like that's the thing I hate about Quentin Tarantino, and I really like his movies, but he can go too far, Quentin, for me, where he does this subverting of expectation bull crap. He's like, I know exactly what people want, so I'm going to give them something completely different just out of spite. Okay. The Descent. This one is just like I Am Legend. After a tragic accident, 6 friends reunite for a caving expedition. Their adventure soon goes horribly wrong when a collapse traps them deep underground and they find themselves pursued by bloodthirsty creatures.
I like this movie.
We love this movie.
So scary.
We love the non-American version of the movie.
Right.
There's 2 versions of The Descent. The other one was on my best endings list, where she seemingly gets out of the cave at the end, starts to drive away to freedom. It's a happy ending, but then we jump to her inside the cave with the cake, and the camera pans out.
And she's really stuck in there, isn't she?
Well, I believe it's interpretive on purpose.
Okay.
So she's either in the cave in your mind, and she's pretending she's got a cake and she's celebrating, or she actually got away, but she didn't really get away in her head. Like Deliverance. You know, they get out of a terrible situation, but it's going to haunt them forever. She's still trapped in that cave, basically, in her mind.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant ending. It's very smart.
It makes you think.
That's not what we got in this version. Oh. So in this version, she actually does escape. Okay. And then a pipe or something goes through the window. It's a jump scare ending. Or someone pops up in the back. I can't remember. Is that what it is?
I thought one of the creatures was in the car
it's
with
just
her.
A terrible jump scare ending where something pops up and then it's over. I hated it.
Yeah, you did.
And it sucked because we bought it on Amazon Prime. I didn't know there was 2 endings. And so when it happened, I was like, what is this? Because I showed it to Chase and Sarah. They had never seen it. And Olivia. I was so excited to show my daughter. Yeah. And when that happened, I was legitimately pissed off. And I got up. I'm like, no, what you're seeing that didn't happen. Didn't happen. And then I frantically went on YouTube to find the original ending. I'm like, look, pretend you didn't see the last 4 minutes. And it was too late. The damage was done. Yeah. The damage was done.
Whole scene. We all had to start over.
So fair warning, if you're thinking about buying The Descent, make sure it's the non-American cut. I don't know what they call it even. For some reason, I Am Legend had it listed as you could buy the director's cut. I don't know what they would list The Descent on there. I didn't see 2 versions.
You can Google it. I'm sure people can find it.
Yeah. There's a sequel to this. I know there's a sequel. I don't think it went to theaters, and if it did, it went to theaters very limited, and it didn't look very good, so I didn't watch. $5 super chat from Ben Carter. Have you watched Sisu yet? Sisu? I don't know how you say it.
Sisu.
An awesome sleeper worth checking out, like Swedish. Yes, I know what it is. It looked awesome. It looked like John Wick meets Inglourious Bastards.
Would I like it?
Not a chance.
Okay.
Not a chance. It's one of those one-man army things where
I like John Wick.
Yeah, but I think that's a one-man army without the heart. Oh. It's like John Wick 2, 3, or 4.
Okay.
You know, the plot's done, and now he's just killing people. Yeah. So it's more of a bro movie.
Okay.
It didn't play at the Regal Cinema, so I couldn't see it, and I don't. Can you find it somewhere? Do I have to find it on like maybe a third-party website, or is it available to stream? If it's available, I'll track it down. But no, I haven't seen it yet. Here we go, Titanic. This one's more of a comical one. James Cameron, based on the Titanic sinking. You got Jack in the mix. You got what Kate Winslet. What's her character name? Do you know?
No idea.
Rose, right?
Rose. Oh yeah. How can we not know that?
Jack and Rose. This movie is known for
Bill Paxton's in it. I forgot Bill Paxton's in this movie.
He is?
Yeah.
Who? Is he the ship captain or something?
No, he's like a worker dude. I'm pretty sure. Bill Paxton, everybody.
Did you just make that up? Oh, yeah, he's in there. He's in there. Yeah, okay.
Kathy Bates. I love Kathy Bates.
Billy Zane. You should listen to Billy Zane. He's a cool dude. Everybody knows Titanic for one thing, and it's the ending of this movie.
It's so cringy.
We're freaking fat ass Kate Winslet can't let Jack onto the boat. Rose is like, you're not getting on this. There's not enough room on the door. The door is massive. You could fit 4 Jacks on this thing.
He was poor, okay? She didn't want to have to take care of his ass when she made it. I get it.
Do you think that's what it was? You think it was we had a fun time, but all trips come to an end?
I think she was like, great. I just wanted a fling. Now I've got this poor ass to take care of.
Yeah. I can see it.
It doesn't work. Sorry. Ooh, I don't know. Sorry.
I can see it.
You know, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, I wish we would have got a little bit more insight into that, because then I'd forgive it more if there was kind of this more dark side of Rose. Yeah. But as it stands, he's just miserably, kind of like awkwardly hanging on the side of the door, like, I love you.
Yeah, and she's like, I love you too.
And she's like, ugh.
This was fun.
She's like, sets out a yoga mat and starts doing things. And
like, this was fun.
He's slowly singing, like, goodbye, my love. And he's gone.
I can't bit you. Oops.
Yeah. It's been dissected and studied a million times over about the buoyancy of the door. And It doesn't matter. What we physically see is the takeaway, and that door's huge. They should have had her on some freaking driftwood or something to make it more, like, why did it have to be a jumbo jet? No one cares about the plausibility of the weight to, whatever, human ratio weighing it down.
That's true. 2 of them on there, it would have sunk.
It would have sunk, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
Like if we were on a driftwood,
then
you'd sink it.
The movie's like 7 hours already. Take an additional 5 minutes to have these guys workshop ways for him to get on this door. Yeah. I felt like they tried one time and she's like, you don't need to be on the door. I want to see the director's cut where they spend 45 minutes trying to get his ass on that door.
I would like to see the behind the scenes. You got to wonder if her and Jack were even like, I could fit on this.
I did do you remember when I did that like phone thing where I leave messages to people? I did a James Cameron one where the guy keeps calling. He's like, hey, James, movie's looking great, dude, but this door thing, we got to address this. I think people are going to be upset. And I just kind of kept going through it. Yeah, it was really funny. 5 people watched it. It was really funny.
It was good.
Okay, she didn't see it. Is this the last one? Oh, we have a couple more. The Village.
Wait, what about Children of Men?
Children of Men is an amazing ending. Oh, okay. That movie's phenomenal.
You don't ever mention that movie. I love that movie.
I've mentioned Children of Men on this show several times randomly. Children of Men is a brilliant film. Everybody should see it. Highly recommend. Clive Owen. Post-apocalyptic is played out, but this one does it in a very fascinating way. People can't have kids. The world breaks down.
Okay, don't tell them everything.
That's it. That's the plot.
Because now we're on.
People can't have kids. War-torn Europe and England. It's really good.
It's very good.
Okay, The Village, 2004, second M. Night Shyamalan film on this list.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's 3 on here.
Signs.
Well, I'm leading into a third reveal. It's a teaser of what's to come. When a willful young man tries to venture beyond his sequestered Pennsylvania hamlet, these are a lot of words, his actions set off a chain of chilling incidents that will alter the community forever.
Starts out really good.
Here's a fun fact.
You didn't watch it.
I've never seen this movie. And I already knew the ending just from the trailers. Aren't I special? Yes. I don't know if you saw it, and then I guessed the ending, and you rolled your eyes.
Yeah, I was so mad at you that you guessed it right away. I'm like, you weren't supposed to guess that.
Yeah, you're like, this ending. You said the movie kind of sucked, and you said the ending was bad. And I said, let me guess. There's like a city right behind them or something stupid. And you're like, they're not really in
but it was scary.
They're not really in the 1500s or whenever they're at.
It started out scary. It gets your attention right away when you watch the movie. And then you start seeing where it's going, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because aren't people dressed up as monsters or something? They try to scare them, but they're really just humans. That's the fear stuff in it, right?
Yeah,
they're just like scaring people, and no. I didn't see this movie. It's one of the only M. Night Shyamalan movies. I think they're trying to
scare them to keep them in the village.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Did I say that wrong?
Yeah.
I think I meant to keep them out of going to the city. This is one of the only M. Night Shyamalan movies I think I haven't seen.
Yeah.
I've seen The Happening, which is stupid.
And did I see that?
That's the one where the trees are killing people.
Oh, I don't think I saw that.
Mark Wahlberg and Zoe Deschanel.
I don't like Mark Wahlberg.
Do you say Deschanel or Deschanel?
Deschanel.
Deschanel? I like Deschanel. It sounds fancier.
I like Deschanel.
Do you say Vase or Voss?
Voss.
We're done.
And Flag.
You don't say Voss. Do you say Dragon or Dragon?
Dragon.
Ivan Drago. Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. 2008. I just rewatched this movie and did a 20-minute rant roast on it. And I don't even hate this film. Look, I gave it 3.5 stars. I don't hate it. Set during the Cold War, the Soviets, led by sword-wielding Irina Spalko. I seriously just watched this.
Didn't you just watch it?
I had no idea her name was Irana.
Didn't you already do a review on this?
Yeah, I did a 20-minute thing. I just said, you generally don't listen to me when I talk. It's like...
No, I'm letting you do your thing.
Yeah. Okay. Cate Blanchett plays Spalko, and you can't understand a word she says because she's using a super over-the-top Russian accent.
Oh.
This movie is really fun to just look at the shit show and enjoy it.
It's the one with Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf. Yeah. Shia LaBeouf is in it.
Shia LaBeouf.
He's combing his hair every 5 minutes.
I like him.
And this movie, in comparison to the new one, is better, which is sad.
Ooh.
I'll have a review on that tomorrow, by the way. If you're wondering where my Indiana Jones review is, tomorrow. Yeah. I did a regular review and a spoiler review, which I'll put out, I don't know, Tuesday, maybe. Let people have a chance to see it first.
You've been busy. Very, very busy.
Okay. Oh, the ending. I'm sorry, the ending. Aliens, of course. Aliens show up. The crystal skull is that of an alien.
Well, that sounds exciting.
Well, it would be if this was an Indiana Jones. So Indiana Jones has always been more on the science and supernatural side of things.
Yeah, a little bit like National Treasure.
Yeah. Aliens just went full-blown sci-fi, and it felt really out of place in this universe.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, so that was it. The ending, it was just kind of like, oh, this is the reveal, aliens. It was so on the nose the whole time.
Yeah.
Because right away, when Cate Blanchett opens up this body bag, this alien hand pops out, and then there's this alien crystal skull. It's like, are they really just aliens? This is it? And that was it. There was nothing. There was no twist.
That's too bad.
Like the Covenant or the other movies always had these cool little twists to it.
Yeah.
Like drinking from the chalice of the Fountain of Youth. It was the ugly, crappy cup. Okay, Star Wars: The Last Jedi, the gift that keeps on giving. I think I've bitched about this movie more than anything else on my channel. I try to not ever talk about it, but it always comes up. Mainly, I don't talk about it because there's a cottage industry of channels that have dedicated their entire existence to complaining about Rey and Star Wars and blah, blah, blah. Thing is, I love Rey. I think she's a good character in Star Wars. I like her.
I like her too.
I like all the new characters. I like Adam Driver, Daisy Ridley, John, Boyega, Oscar Isaac. They're all solid characters in Star Wars. They were introduced great in Force Awakens. Last Jedi dropped the ball across the board. We're not going to get into that. I just want to talk about the ending. Luke Skywalker basically Skype calling in his projected ghost self to pretend fight Kylo Ren on a different planet.
Oh, that's right.
In order to let the rebels escape, because they had this slow-moving space chase for 2.5 hours, and they had got isolated on this planet. Yeah. So Luke's like, all right, I'm going to use all my Jedi abilities to astral project, which incredibly impressive, by the way. Incredibly impressive. Across the galaxy, and this is another subverting expectation bullcrap technique I hate. They had the fan service right. Luke Skywalker gets in his X-Wing. They teased it. It was in the planet, in the swampy area. So it's like, oh, there's this old X-Wing. He's going to bring it out and go there. That never happens. Instead, he astral projects, and everybody thought, oh my God, he's actually there. He's going to take on this entire fleet.
Oh, yeah.
Be a total badass. Yeah. This is amazing.
That's right.
But no, he's not there. He's just a ghost.
Yep.
And the strain of doing that killed him.
Wore him
and
out.
He's gone. Yeah. He's gone. He died alone on a rock like a bitch. And that's how I like my heroes going out. Completely deflated and alone. And I don't know. It hasn't gotten better with age. A lot of people are like, Empire Strikes Back was hated when it came out. Over time, people are going to appreciate this movie and love it. No, I hate it more than I have ever hated it before. Mark Hamill didn't like it. I don't know if you ever saw his interviews, but
no, did he not either?
Well, I don't think he could say at the time when this movie was in production and came out. He said at one point, "I fundamentally disagree with everything Rian Johnson wrote about my character."
Ooh.
But he's like, he's the writer and the visionary, and I'm just here for the ride.
Yikes. Okay.
Yeah, so that's that. Okay, here we go. This one's fun. Glass.
Ugh.
Or as I call it, ass.
Yeah.
Subscribe. 2019's Glass. M. Night Shyamalan. This was the twist reveal for the final M. Night canon film. This is in the Unbreakable universe. We had Unbreakable, years and years earlier. Do you remember Unbreakable at all? Did you see that one?
Did somebody come out in a wheelchair?
Yeah, that's Glass.
I remember.
That's the titular character.
This one. Okay.
That's Samuel L. Jackson.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I like Unbreakable. I don't love it like a lot of people. I think it's fine. I did really like Split, though. Do you remember Split?
Yes, I liked Split.
That one's really good. You got freaking James McAvoy just acting his heart out as multiple personalities. And the twist in this M. Night Shyamalan movie was really cool for 20 people that remember Unbreakable like myself. Yeah. I remember when that happened, you're like, hey, that's Bruce Willis. Why is he here? Like, and I'm like over here, holy shit, this is part of the Unbreakable universe? Like,
and
what?
like...
You're like, what's wrong with you? That's Bruce Willis. Like, yeah, let me take this in.
Yeah, I do remember. I was very confused.
You didn't see this movie.
Oh.
You didn't see Glass.
But then how do I remember the wheelchair?
Well, no, the wheelchair is in Unbreakable.
Oh.
So that bad guy's in Unbreakable.
Okay.
And then in Split.
So I watched Split, Unbreakable, and
you
then
saw those
Glass.
two. Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't see this one.
Okay.
So this is the one that brings the two universes together. You have the multiple, cool, on paper.
Okay.
The whole buildup is that these two are going to fight each other because Bruce Willis is the superhero.
Sure.
He's the supervillain.
Oh.
It's set in a mental institution.
Cool.
This movie is horrible.
That's too
It
bad.
is just Sarah Paulson for
like
an
her.
hour and a half
Okay.
dissecting these two characters.
Ew.
And when they finally battle at the end, it seems to have a budget of like $50 and maybe an expired gift card to the Sizzler because there is nothing happening in this movie. Terrible camera work, and Bruce Willis dies, his character, by drowning in a puddle.
Yikes.
Because it's established in Unbreakable that water is his kryptonite. What is with M. Night Shyamalan and water being the kryptonite for people?
Ooh. Maybe he doesn't
Holy
like
shit, is he an
water.
alien?
He doesn't like to drink
Is this
water.
all part of the Signs universe? Did aliens give him his abilities?
I'm thinking it goes back to childhood trauma.
Why did it just dawn upon me that water is the catalyst here? Anyway.
I think he just doesn't like to drink a lot of water. Maybe it was like forced on him as a kid.
Well, in Unbreakable, it's established because he almost drowns to death in a pool.
Maybe he almost drowned. M. Night Shyamalan.
Maybe he did.
And now he hates water.
It's very short for possible. Anyway, the puddle that he drowns in is seriously like not even a foot drink.
And he drowned in it?
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't even think his head's being held down for a lot of it. He's just like, I can't get out of this water. It's terrible. This movie sucks.
Oh no. And that was 2019.
Yeah, and look at It Factor mentions Lady in the Water, which is another movie by M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, that one started out kind of cool and then got really
boring. It's just a boring movie.
You should have put that on there. The ending wasn't great.
That movie's just boring.
Boring.
I really don't remember anything. It's set at an apartment complex, and there's a pool, and the lady's in the pool.
Not an apartment. I thought it was a like these people got like a mansion.
It's a motel. I think they're at a motel.
What's the movie where like she's under the water? Like there's an outdoor pool and then she's under the water. You can see She's
in the water. It's Lady in the Water, not under the water.
That's an apartment. I swear that they're in
It's
like a mansion.
motel. It's an outdoor motel, and she's in the pool.
I think it's a mansion.
Someone in the chat, please back me up.
I think it's a mansion.
Saw this movie 1,000 years ago. Kingpin. All right, I love this movie.
Oh my gosh.
It's got the gross out humor that's a bit much for me at times.
Gross.
Like Dumb and Dumber, but everything else is so good. Bill Murray is a hilarious villain. Woody Harrelson, a likable lead as a bowler.
Love him.
Randy Quaid, a good oaf. I mean, and you got Vanessa Angel, I guess is her name, the hot chick. I've never seen her in anything else, I don't think, in my life. But she was terrible, right?
I don't remember her.
Joking. I don't know anything about her, whatever. Okay, the movie's the underdog story, the rise up. Woody loses his hand. He's forced to learn how to bowl left-handed because they cut his right hand off in the bowling machine.
This movie was so gross. Didn't you show this to me when we were dating in high school?
I don't know.
Oh my
the
gosh.
Floss,
and I'm like, what are you showing me?
Oh, it's so disgusting. And the landlord's doing the...
All I remember... Oh, okay. All I remember is the puking.
I don't remember puking.
So wasn't there a bucket? Like somebody puking in a bucket?
I don't think so.
Yes. There was puking in a bucket.
What movies do you watch?
No. Where's the lady in the water? We're gonna go back.
Where's the lady in the water?
No one's
We gotta get one clarification at a time.
I need to go back to that. And then I swear there was a scene in a bucket where someone was puking.
Nobody's clarifying. Nobody saw Lady in the Water. No one's seen it.
Well, we're gonna find.
And you never. There's no throwing up in a bucket. Oh,
yes,
you're right.
There is.
Shit, you're right. It's right.
It's
not a bucket though. It's the toilet.
Well, either way, that was disgusting.
He slept with the landlord. That was disgusting.
And then he went and puked.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course, because she was disgusting. Yeah. Okay, you're right. I apologize. Anyway, the end of this movie.
Lady of the Water, I'm right.
I think his name is Big Earn. I haven't seen it in a few years, but Big Earn goes up against Roy Mudson, who's Woody Harrelson's character, and they're in the big bowling tournament, and what's his name? Bill Murray ends up winning. So he wins the tournament. It ends in this really sad...
But he doesn't have a hand, right?
Well, it's Woody Harrelson doesn't have the hand.
Oh.
So Woody Harrelson doesn't win the tournament. Bill Murray gets to continue being a douchebag asshole.
Yeah.
He wins the day.
That's right.
So it ends kind of like, oh, okay, well, he doesn't get his up and coming, and Bill, and Woody Harrelson goes back to his motel or whatever. The only saving grace is he gets signed for I can't remember who the company he works is. It's a latex company because of his hand. Oh. So he gets like $1 million to be a sponsor. So it's like a half good ending. But I just felt, I was like, oh, come on. We're going to do this now? He can't win and beat this jackass? It felt a little bit disappointing. That's Kingpin.
I just remember you showing this to me when we were dating. And I'm like, what is this?
Kingpin's great, though.
Yeah. When you get over all the gross stuff.
Yeah, there's gross stuff. Well, Dumb and Dumber has gross stuff, too, but I still love that movie.
Yeah, but I don't know.
All right. Artsy fartsy time. 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri. After 7 months have passed without a culprit in her daughter's murder case, Mildred Hayes makes a bold move, painting 3 signs leading into her town with a controversial message directed at Bill Willen, whatever his name is, the town's Reverend Chief of Police. Or revered. He's not a reverend. Revered. Yep. Revered. Revered is the word I'm looking for. What do we got? When his second-in-command officer, Jason Dixon, an immature mother's boy with a penchant for violence, gets involved, the battle between Mildred and Ebbing's law enforcement is only exuberated. I can't read tonight. Okay. Exacerbated. English is my first language. This movie won awards, quite a few, I believe, at one of the Oscars. I think she won the award, too. It has such a shit ending. So she spends this time making all these signs, trying to find out, who killed her daughter. And in the final moments, she goes to the place of the person that supposedly did it, and then they just cut.
Okay. I didn't see this movie.
It's the most anticlimactic ending I've ever seen in my life, and it bothered the shit out of me, because this is not a quick movie. It's not like there's action and effects going on. It's a very slow, methodical thriller that's hopefully going to lead to a prize at the end, but it leads to more trash. So, Very overrated movie. I know you don't care.
That's too bad.
Shadowhunter says, how much to review The Lamb? Shadowhunter?
You have to join.
Become a Patreon or YouTube join member at the $30 tier, or just leave $30 right here, although you just left $5. So leave $25 and I can put The Lamb on the list. Is that the A24 movie? I wanted to see that, but I missed it when it was in theaters.
What's that one about again? Is it scary?
I heard it's boring as all shit, but the trailers were awesome. It's like a humanoid lamb. Cool. That is a little kid that walks on 2 feet. Oh. But then the end of the trailer shows that it's like demonic, or there's other sheep that are demonic.
Ooh, that's good. I grew up with sheep. I was a farmer. Yeah, I'm a farm girl.
Okay. We're not getting into this right now. She was not a farmer.
Yes, I was.
Her dad farmed.
No, I helped on the farm.
She lived in like a suburban farm. Okay. There was towns all around.
Let's tell them the truth that you would bike by and watch me. It's a little creepy.
Dog will hunt.
I was working in the fields.
I saw what I wanted and I took it.
Okay.
There he is. More A24, Shadowhunter. Okay, we got 2 things. Is he the one that gave the 100 before too? Holy crap, he's dropping money tonight. Yes, I appreciate it, sir. I will add both of those to the list. No more ad. The Dark Water remake from 2000.
Oh my god. Okay, so just say thing and then you got to do.
Oh, I said thank you. Bronson Wright Wolf. That's God. That's such a good name.
Bronson, I like that.
Yeah,
name.
well, the Wright Wolf,
Ooh,
Wright
that's
hyphen Wolf.
strong.
The Dark Water remake from 2005 has a sad ending.
Dark Water, what's that one?
I don't know. I never saw that movie.
Is it a spin-off of Lady in the Water?
It's a spin-off of Open Water.
I like that one. That was scary.
It's not a spin-off of that. Dog Will Hunt, LOL, says Matt Sclaro. Matt Sclaro is a Patreon at I think he's a cheapskate now because we're friends. He's at the $10 mark. So he gets access to the Water Wars anthology, the Seasons anthology. There's 4 of them. They're amazing homemade movies, unlike anything you've ever seen in your life. Starring me and my brother Jake, who is just phenomenal in the films. And me. You are in 2 of them.
How dare you?
Well, you're in 2 of them. And I wouldn't say you're starring. You're a cameo in 2 of them.
Well.
Although if you ask Matt, he would say you're one of the highlights.
Thank you, Matt.
Well, he didn't say it. I'm saying he would say it. He hasn't said it.
We were dating, but you didn't always let me be in your films.
If I could be frank with you and you can be
Alice.
And
I think we broke up a lot.
You were not very supportive of the Water Wars franchise. No. I'm going to say that right now. I'm going to let everybody know she was not a supporter back then. She's an avid supporter of the channel now because then she doesn't have to work very much if I can keep making money. I know. Okay. Are we almost done with this? How many are on here? Half of these I don't even agree with half these on my own list.
No, okay. You've gone back.
The Wolverine, James Mangold, who just did the new Indiana Jones. Wolverine faces his ultimate
apartment complex. For Lady in the Water, you were right.
Yeah, well, I said motel, but apartment complex is a solid. It's a 2-story apartment complex.
I don't think I'm thinking of the right movie where it's like.
I don't think you've been thinking of the movie once tonight.
Probably not. Okay, keep going.
Wolverine faces his ultimate nemesis and tests his physical, emotional, and mortal limits in a life-changing voyage to modern-day Japan. Okay, this movie is not great, but the ending is so dumb. I just watched, as you know, because I stated it 20 minutes back, and you remember this? I watched Ninja Turtles today.
Ugh, yeah. By yourself.
By myself. Connor was with.
Connor
was with until about, I'd say he made it 40 minutes.
Oh.
And he got up and he said, I can't anymore, Dad.
Okay.
And I said, Connor, what the hell? And I didn't say that. I didn't swear, but I should have. And he said, Dad, I have limited screen time, as you know. I'm not wasting it on this movie.
Yeah, because Connor Can't watch screen time for too long. So yeah, I think he left
So I think he went to play Minecraft or something. He's like, I'm done.
Yep.
Shadowhunter with $5. So about the lamb. Shadowhunter, you already got the lamb. What do you want me to watch and review it live? I added it to the list, sir, and thank you very much.
Party.
Oh my god, I can't get copyright flagged.
Oh darn.
Yeah, the lamb is on the list, Shadowhunter, along with what freaking show did you want us to watch? The Zendaya one.
Euphoria.
We have
to watch that. Aren't they going to take that off of Max soon?
Where's it going to go? I think Max owns it.
Oh, okay.
HBO Max. Okay, the ending of the Wolverine. I was bringing up Ninja Turtles because they made Shredder like a mech transformer. He's not just a regular ninja.
What does this have to do
I'm
with
going to
Wolverine?
tell you if you let me lead in. I'm painting a picture right now of what these more modern movies do.
Okay.
Mech Shredder is so dumb and it's pointless. In this movie, we have Mech Silver Samurai. Silver Samurai in the comics was just a cool mutant Silver Samurai with he did have like octopus tentacles that shot out.
This is all in Wolverine?
Well, what I'm describing isn't, but Mech Silver Samurai is in Wolverine. He's in the ending. The old man that Wolverine helped, he's been designing this giant Transformers-esque robot Silver Samurai suit. Okay. And he starts fighting Wolverine at the end with it.
Okay.
Terrible. You want to watch it after this?
No, but you went into Ninja Turtles.
I was trying to build up how all these movies take properties that have already been established and they decide to put what they think is a better spin on it by making everything bigger and more ridiculous.
But don't we do that in life anyways?
No.
What? We all try to be better and...
No.
Okay.
We try to be worse. Bronson Red Wolf with a beautiful $2 says Dark Water is a remake of a Japanese horror movie.
Ooh, I like horror.
Is it by the same name or is it...
Ooh, Host. Isn't Host a Japanese horror?
The Host.
The Host
is a fantastic Japanese horror.
The Host.
It's not Japanese though. It's
Korean.
It's your racist is showing. It's unbelievable how racist you are.
No.
I don't remember what it is, and I'm not ignorant to just throw out a place that I think it is. I don't remember. It's by the same director that did Parasite. The Host is.
Okay, you can say thank you.
I already did. I said he gave a $2 super chat. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Jesus. Okay, the Wolverine.
Past his bedtime.
This is the last one on the list. Austin Powers Gold member. I stand by this pick 100,000%.
Hate that movie.
I don't hate this movie. I love Austin Powers. I love the Austin Powers trilogy. I'm a huge fan. This one though is easily the weakest for me. I found the celebrity cameos to be overwhelming and
I felt
quite
like they
honestly
took away from him because the first movie was funny.
The other movies had cameos, but they were playing characters. In this movie, they were playing themselves. So Tom Cruise shows up, John Travolta's in there, Danny DeVito, but they're just straight up Tom Cruise, Danny DeVito. because it turns out the whole Austin Powers thing is a movie this time that Austin Powers and Dr. Evil are watching in a theater at the end of the film.
Okay.
And the big twist, they're brothers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's dumb.
Mm-hmm. I know.
It doesn't make sense.
I didn't like this movie at all.
And I understand it's a comedy parody of James Bond.
Yeah.
But that was just stupid. And I didn't like the fact that these guys are now like living happily ever after as this ragtag, brother living life.
Is this one where they're dancing out in the streets?
That's all of them. Oh. They dance in all of them. Okay. This is the one that starts with the Britney Spears dance off. And she's a fembot and she dies. And she's just Britney Spears. She's playing herself.
Yeah.
So he's really just... The Austin Powers franchise got so popularized by this point that people just wanted to be in them. So they have cameos everywhere. And that's the lamest joke to me is when someone's just, hey, I know that guy. My kids have seen Austin Powers. I think they watched the first two.
Mm-hmm. They love them.
Yeah, they love them. But Olivia didn't watch the third one for some reason. Connor did.
There's no way.
All the jokes are lost on him.
Yeah, he doesn't get
because
it.
He doesn't know these actors. I'm like, John Travolta. And Tom Cruise and Connor's like, who's that? I'm like, yeah, it's another actor.
Or even the Britney Spears thing, because it's
Yeah, it aged really poorly because of just the cameos and the lack of anything too original. And what was original was actually bad. Okay, that is the list. Obviously it's not perfect. I haven't seen every movie under the sun, and I don't remember every movie, believe it or not. So there's probably some on here. I know people have brought up the movie. I looked at some lists of other movies people have brought up. Some of those lists, by the way, were completely ridiculous. They put amazing movies on there just for shock and awe. But Lucy was on there. Do you remember Lucy with Scarlett Johansson?
Kind of.
It's where I think she's I don't know if they made her, I think, and she keeps getting smarter as the movie goes on and gets super powerful. Apparently the ending of that sucks. I don't remember it sucking, but I also don't really remember the movie at all, so I didn't put it on the list. Let me get over to our regular view. Bling! Show them how short you are next to me. Step down once. There. This is Lindsay's... No, well, don't go behind me. This is Lindsay's actual height right here. Yep. And then she steps up. And she's almost as tall. Yeah. It's a little bit more comfortable, but works. Yeah, it works. We make it happen.
We do.
That's it. That's the list of most disappointing movies. Hopefully it wasn't too disappointing for you. I want to thank all the super chats that came in tonight. That was really awesome. Probably because you're here, so maybe we'll have you show up more often.
Okay.
Yeah, you just show up once in a while. Not every time. No, I feel like you brought a lot of knowledge to the table on this.
I brought a lot of knowledge.
A lot of insight in movies and yeah. No one ingested some super drugs.
No, she ingested some super drugs. I think they're talking about Dana.
Oh, they're talking about the end of Lucy.
Yeah.
Dana is right. I don't know what that means.
I don't know. Are we done?
Yeah, we're done. I just have to say goodbye to people. We're still live. Oh. Yeah, we're done. These assholes are still doing whatever they're doing. No.
Well, you got it if they have questions.
Yeah, we can open it up to a little Q&A if you want, since Lindsay's here. Super chats are still welcome, of course. Late into the night, it's almost 11:50, and I still have one more review to do. I should point out while we kind of spin our wheels, in case a few more comments come in, let me bring up what I have on the agenda here.
That's coming next week?
That's coming next week.
Okay.
I have filmed my Indiana Jones review. That's going out tomorrow.
Yes, you did.
Monday is the podcast. I don't even remember what I talked about. I already filmed it and recorded it. It's the same thing. I don't know why I said filmed and record. That's redundant. What did I do it on? I don't know, but I need the thumbnail. Yeah, Lindsay does some of my social marketing stuff now, which is nice. It keeps me active. Indie spoilers will be up Tuesday, most likely. I have a Mallrats review that I'm filming after this stream for Mint Salad. She was a Patreon. I don't know if she's a Patreon anymore. Oh. I think she was a little hurt because I took so long to get to her review. But yeah, I owe her this. This is part of the Kevin Smith. I can't remember what they call his little his universe. He has a Kevin Smith universe. The Askew universe, I think is what it's called. Mallrats was not what I expected.
Ooh, don't ruin it.
Okay. let's see what else do I have coming up.
Waiting.
The Waiting. I don't know if I'm going to get to that next week, though. The Waiting is on my list.
You did some bad movie auditions?
Bad movie auditions. I have not done those. I don't know if I'll get those done either.
You have to get something out. Okay.
Got a lot going on next week. There will be
do.
no live streams next week because
maybe Friday night. No.
I highly doubt we're gonna make it Friday night.
Yeah.
No live streams next week, so this is it for a full week, fam. We got a busy kind of little event going on. Holidays, people coming and going. It's just not gonna happen. As much as I like doing these, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Oh, we missed.
No, we didn't miss anything. They're just chatting away. Do more live shows, says. Agreed.
You tried to do more live shows, and nobody showed up, really. Remember?
Do more. Oh, they say do more with Lindsay, so maybe we'll have you on more.
Just do more live.
This one disagrees. Don't do more with Lindsay. Just be yourself. You guys are like my aunt and uncle. He's 6'7", and my aunt is 5'2". Oh, I thought they meant that in a more.
That's good.
Okay,
he's
that's
67
good, yeah.
and 52.
I know. I was like, you guys are like my aunt and uncle. You're both old as dirt and irrelevant.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, I'm 5'1" and you're 6'4".
One for more live. You guys. One for more live streams. One for more live streams. What's that mean? I don't know what that means, Shadow Hunter, but I appreciate all the support tonight.
Bubba, most excellent. Chicken nugget, Adam. Chicken nugget.
What?
Why is he yelling your name?
Chicken nugget's yelling at Adam. He might have just joined the stream.
No, he didn't. He was up here.
Oh, he's just yelling at me.
Ooh,
Shout out from Australia.
Wow.
Good day, mate. What is the Dumb and Dumber? Where are you from? Austria? Well, good day, mate.
I wonder what time it is there.
It's 11:54. It's the same time as it. Everywhere is the same time.
Okay. I think it's already Saturday there.
Adam did a spotlight on Raised by Wolves once, so I'm hoping he'll watch Mr. In Between. The show deserve more. Yeah, my Raised by Wolves. Here's a sad reality for you guys. This is why I don't. I also did a what was the the show that we just finished that you actually didn't finish watching even? The nerdy white collar movie. It's like
movie or Righteous Gemstones?
I'm sorry, the show with the awful family that owns like the Fox News style Succession.
Oh, Succession.
I did a Succession season review, and I honestly don't even think it got 1,000 views.
No, whenever you do shows,
my TV show reviews, unless they're super popular, like I did the Mandalorian episode to episode breakdown, and those did really well, and people loved them, and there was good engagement. That's the kind of thing I can do. But as far as these one-off shows that are a little bit off the beaten path, people don't give a crap what I have to say about them, which kind of sucks. But because they take a long time. What are some of your wife's favorite movies?
Well, you missed about. Well, been a fan. Oh, that was nice.
Been a fan since Movie Feuds. I appreciate that. Thank you, Daniel.
Boomer alert. We're not boomers.
I don't know. We might be.
Oh, no, we're not.
It doesn't matter.
That's our parents. What are some of my favorite movies?
Shadow Hunter says, do Euphoria. Adam, you promised. Shadow Hunter. Okay. Shadow Hunter's yelling at me constantly. It's on my list, but I have there's people on the list in front of you that have already paid for reviews. So you're on the list.
Add it in there.
You are actually, since you gave $100, you do go in front of the Mithril members with Gregory Coburn, who also is an Unobtainium member. So I'm adding your which one did you want?
Shadow Hunter. So
Shadow Hunter requested
Euphoria.
Lamb. And then he also did
the Lamb.
Shadow Hunter did the Lamb. So one of those can go out in the next 2 weeks, either Euphoria or the Lamb. And then the other one that you did will go down underneath the other 7 or 8 that are currently in front of you. So you can tell me which one you want, Euphoria or the Lamb.
All right.
I get you, bro. I love you. Okay. Hunter, not Hunter. Wait, what is he saying? Humor. Oh, I keep saying Hunter because my eyesight is 20/20.
Ooh, Matt. Yeah.
Shadow Humor. Thank you, guys. Matt Sclero, who I started saying your name properly just recently.
Sclero, yeah.
No, Sclero. Not sclera, it's just sclero, I believe.
That's what I said.
Oh, I was saying sclaro before.
I know you were.
But because there's no fucking I in his name. It's
you need to just get
SKL.
glasses.
No, there's no I. It's SKLAROW.
Get glasses.
How could I possibly think that's sclero?
I read it like that.
Shadow Humor yells both. Stop bullying me! Okay, speaking of Shadow, have you seen the movie Shadow? I've not seen the Chinese movie Shadow. I've seen The Shadow, which is with... It's one of the Baldwins. I think it's Alec Baldwin. It's a terrible movie. But it has one cool thing in it where they shoot at each other at the same time and the bullets hit in midair and then drop. It's really funny.
That's not my thing.
Yeah. M. Crockett says, "Hey, Adam, big fan. Keep up the good work. Thank you." Shadow Hunter yells at me.
Humor.
Shadow.
Humor.
I will call him Hunter
God.
until I decide not to, which is right now. Shadow Humor with $20 says both. Well, does he make it at that? That's 30 plus 20 is 50. He did 150.
Yeah, he did 50.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, go back to your...
Okay, you got both of them. That they will be again though. I'm not around next week, so they will have to go the following week. But I will put both of them at the top of the queue. So The Lamb and Euphoria will be out June. We're at June 30th, so it'll be out July, like what, the 10th week?
Well, you gotta remember, you can't watch anything next week. So
yeah, you can. Oh, no, I can't.
You can't watch anything.
We'll make it work.
We'll make it work.
We'll get there.
Yeah. We will.
Okay, you are on there, Shadow. You are at the top of the queue.
Shadow. Okay.
Okay, all good, Brosco. Thank you for the support. All right, I'm about ready to wrap. We're at midnight here. Lindsay's tired. She's got to get to bed.
I have pumpkin time very soon.
Pumpkin time.
Pumpkin time.
So you can't just say things without explaining it. So we had a friend years ago that would go on quote unquote pumpkin time. Mm-hmm. I'm not even really sure where the definition comes from, but basically,
Cinderella.
Yeah.
Cinderella.
Oh, so at midnight turns back into a pumpkin and it ceases to be anything but an inanimate. I can't say that word. Inanimate?
I don't know.
Inanimate. I'm drunk.
This is why we don't need to drink.
Inanimate object.
There you go.
When Lindsay's on pumpkin time, it means I might as well be a pumpkin. I'm planted. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything.
I'm done. I'm
that's
completely
it.
checked out.
That's it. So that's what pumpkin time means.
Yeah,
really
I've
stupid.
turned into the
hate
pumpkin. It. You used to be the gourd.
Well, you made that up. Gourd time. That's not something I came up with. Okay, thank you guys very much. We won't be doing any lives next week, but after that, it'll be business as usual. Look for the reviews I said I was going to do. Shadow Humor, appreciate all the support. You're in the following week. Well, I mean, he gave a lot tonight, so I'm singling him out because of just the ridiculousness of the support here. But yes, of course, everyone else. Where's Jane Rose? I didn't see her today. Or Jan? Is it Jan or Jan? Jan Rose.
I didn't see her on either.
She's usually in the mix.
Yeah.
But whatever. Okay.
She had a busy Friday night.
Shout out to Mrs. Rose too.
All right. Thanks everyone.
Okay, thanks. This is my wife Lindsay. And I'm Adam. It's been fun.
Adam and Lindsay do movies.
That's not a thing.
It's going to be.
It's not. Bye.
To be continued.